I'm back and I'm doing my first makeup tutorial. So today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial with the chocolate gold bar. This palette right here. This is the look that we're going to create, and I hope that you learned something from it. I hope that you feel that it's useful. I want to just say thank you to everyone that watched my first video, and I want to say thank you to my first subscribers. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I am so excited about doing this, so I hope that this tutorial that's coming up is going to be fun for you guys, or you'll learn something. You'll definitely learn some stuff about me, and hopefully you'll learn some things about makeup. If there's anything that you want to see further, like I say at the end, let me know down below. Subscribe, like if you enjoyed this video, and thank you to my first subscribers. I love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope that I hope you enjoy this channel. And as you're going to see in the video, I love elephants, and I think all my subscribers are going to be part of my herd. And let's just get into this. Okay, so I've already put my primer on. I'm using the Becca First Light Primer right there. Have it all over my face. Today I'm going to use the Clinique Acne Solutions foundation. I am in the color 02, and I'm going to get ready for my day. This is what I would do every day getting ready. And we're just going to go into it. I'm going to talk to you while I get ready. Some parts of this video I will speed through because it's going to be very boring. Same old, same old. Just applying. Ever have where your face is perfectly clear and then you decide to video, or you tell someone how good your face is looking? Oh yeah, and then your face starts breaking out. I have not had a breakout in months. Now that I've decided to start videotaping, my face is breaking out. Happens. Okay, we're going to go with this and blend it out. I'm going to use my e.l.f. foundation brush. I have a ton of brushes, but I just always go back to this brush. Blend everything out into my skin. So I finally got up my first video, which I think it's got to be the hardest video to get up, the very first one. I have no problem talking to people about makeup. I have no problem sitting in front of the camera and talking. Well, I think it's a little nerve-wracking, but this is easy. But I hate editing. And anybody that says editing is easy has never edited something. I would be completely ready to put up my video, and then I'm going to tweak one last thing, and then the entire thing is off and looks funny. Or I delete the whole thing and start from scratch. But it did get me faster, so hopefully this video won't take me long to edit. Let's be realistic, it's going to take me a while. Anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you what I do to get ready every morning. I will buff my foundation in first, and then any area that I feel like isn't getting a good enough coverage, like breakout right there, breakout right there, breakout right there. I don't like to put a lot of heavy makeup on it, like conceal with a concealer. I'll just go back in with a little bit more of this foundation and just build it back up in that entire area so it doesn't look as noticeable, hopefully. One can never tell. Just a little bit there. And I'm just going to blend that back out. So, I am going to use the chocolate gold bar palette today to get ready. And we'll see how my look turns out. I kind of pre-planned what I think I'm going to use on it. I've only used this palette a couple of times, and I noticed when it first came out, or before it came out, everyone was talking about it. And Trend Mood, who watches Trend Mood, or watches, who is subscribed to Trend Mood on Instagram and sees like half the stuff that I buy is because I see this is released, or this is coming, or this this is on sale. So then I buy it. Okay, foundation, done. As good as it's gonna get. And let's go into concealer. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay Naked Skin in light neutral. I don't even know why I look at it. I know the color. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on underneath. We're gonna blend. This is what I do every day. So I'm bringing highlight to under my eyes, above my lip, a little bit on my chin, and this lovely breakout on my forehead. And then I use concealer as a base to my eyeshadows. It works beautifully. I'm going to blend that all out using my Pink Beauty Blender. This is wet with cold water and wrung out and like dried out on a towel before you use it. And I'm just going to blend that all in. So I hope my lighting is better in this video. The hard part about doing videos is that on my camera right now, everything looks really bright. My face looks really bright. Everything looks great. And then I go to edit it and half my face is shadowed or underneath my face isn't light enough. So then it looks really dark. So I will continue to play with the settings and I will get better. I was so surprised after putting my first video up that people actually watched it and that I actually got my first 10 subscribers. Yay! It means a lot to me. This is like a dream to me. Like, this is something I wanted to do for a long time. And I always find some reason not to do it. My face isn't clear enough. I don't have the right lighting. I don't have the right room. So this has been a very long process of getting to this point of where I'm actually putting up videos. I got the camera a few years ago. I've been playing with the camera for a few years. I got lighting. I got a new beauty room. I am a mom of 3. I'm going to tell you a little about myself. I'm a mom of 3. I had my kids young, and all of my kids are leaving me. My son's in the Air Force. He lives in Texas, and he's been there for a while, and he's married, and he has 2 kids. So I am a grandma. That's right, I'm grandma, and I love them. They're my biggest fans. If you see my Instagram, on my Instagram, they're my biggest fans. They were watching my first video, and my grandson was saying to my daughter-in-law, Kristen, is Grandma tangoing us through the TV? It was not tangoing. I tango them all the time, but they were watching my first makeup video. See what happens when I start talking? I forget about what I'm doing. I am setting my under eyes with a powder, the Cover FX loose setting powder. I already had put some in the lid so that I wouldn't have to do it while we were on here. There's the lid. It's translucent light. I do that so that the concealer doesn't crease and it doesn't fade away, and it works beautifully. It doesn't change the look of the concealer, but it really sets it so it doesn't go away for the rest of the day. So that's all done. Now we're going to go into brows. I love the Anastasia, and in my last video, I called the Anastasia Dip Brow Natasha Denona Dip Brow. Let's get together, girl. This is the Anastasia Dip Brow in chocolate. I've been using this forever. This is the Anastasia brow. I don't even know the number, but it's her brow brush that goes with the dip brow. I love it. And I just got asked at work, this is too hard to do. I am no makeup scientist. This is not too hard to do. If I can do it, anybody can do it. All that I really do is follow my brow line. So that I follow the top, follow the bottom. And this is the most boring part of what I do. So I'm going to speed through this. So I'm going to stop talking, speed through this, and then we'll catch up when my brows are done. I know it looks like wham, holy brow, but once I start putting my eyeshadow on, it won't look like that. So now I'm going to use the Too Faced, I'm going to blind you, beautiful packaging, the Too Faced chocolate gold bar. I don't know why this is so hard to get open compared to the rest of them. It's got a really big mirror in here. I'm not going to show it to you. And this is going to be blinding, so I'm going to just kind of, I am going to use So Boujee, this color right here. I'm going to put that all over my crease. I'm going to use a Fluffy Sigma and swatch it on my color switch. This is amazing. You can use one brush numerous times if you switch it in there, and it'll take off all the color. Tap it out, and then I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to buff it into the crease. And it's going to be my first color that's going to blend my crease color into this transition color and into my brow color. This is a really pretty color. Okay, so I'm going to do this and tell you about my son, which I didn't say his name's Jacob. He has 2 kids, Dustin and Aurora, and then is with my daughter-in-law in Texas. I hate they're so far away. And then I have a daughter, Kayla. This was her room. No more. There, now it's brighter because my mirror turned off. Kayla lives in Cincinnati now with her fiance, Aaron. And that meant Mom got a beauty room. And my husband was on board, so that now I don't wake him up in the morning. I get up very early to go to work, and he would be asleep while I was getting ready, and so he'd end up being up between 4:30 and 5 every morning. So he's happy too. And then I have a daughter, Paige, that is a sophomore in college. And she will be leaving us shortly too to continue her schooling. So I will have nobody but Joe, my husband Joe. By the way, I didn't say anything about him. We have been married for 23 years and have been together since high school. Yep, it's one of those stories. And it's not the easiest thing to do. Okay, so we're using Cocoa Truffle. That's this color right down here. And an e.l.f. blending brush, believe it or not. I love this brush. And yeah, we've been together forever and have gone through growing up together, and we are, the last couple of years have been huge changes in our lives. Our kids obviously are all moving on. We had grandkids, and our youngest daughter is a softball player that we have had so much fun following around for 12 years of travels. I think it's 12 years. I could be wrong. I think it's 12 years. And she's playing softball in college, and it's been so much fun. But when a big chunk of your life, like things that you did every single weekend, are gone, you have to find something to do together. So we bought a Harley, and we love it. And we put 14,000 miles. We did not put 14,000 miles, but we put a big chunk together on the bike. But I did not ride the bike to Texas like some crazy people did. But it has been so much fun, and it has given us something to do. However, we live in a freezing cold state, Illinois. So it makes it hard because you can't be on the bike as much. Okay, so back to what I'm doing here. So I took that Cocoa Truffle, that browner color, and all I was doing was taking it, putting it right here into the crease of my eye, and then blending forward, and then swirling to spread it out, kind of, and just keep blending. You should blend and blend and blend till you feel like you have never blended before, if you want to take time and look really blended. But you should be sick of blending, and then that means you should blend some more, and then that means you're done. Because usually when I get sick of blending, I'm like, okay, a few more and then you're done. So I'm just putting that, building that color. You always want to start slow and keep blending that color up. I think that looks really good. What I'm going to do is put my lid shade on. What I'm going to put on my eyelid, my shimmery shade, and then I'll go back in and add more truffle if I feel like I've blended too much of that away. Now normally when I'm getting ready, I use my Simple Human mirror. It's a 10 times the magnification, and it's got a ring light around it. I use that all the time. But then I go from that to looking in my big mirror. Will you are now right in the middle of my big mirror. So I'm kind of like trying to look above and below, because it's better to, this is not the mirror that everyone's going to see me in. That's what everyone's going to see. So I like to look through both to make sure, okay, how does this look? Am I blending enough? Can I see it enough? And if I can't see it from there, then that means you can't see it, because you and I aren't going to be much closer than this. We're not going to be like this. So you have to look at both mirrors. So it's not easy, but I'm going to get it. So I keep looking in the viewfinder, which is this big, so it's not too easy. But anyway, moving along. I'm going to take too long talking because I just start getting off on a tangent. Okay, so now I'm going to use Rich Girl, this color right here. I'm going to put that all over my lid. And I'm going to use a Sigma flat shader. It's just a flat brush, and that's what you want to use to pack onto the lid. And you'll see I'll use this, and then I will go from this to using my finger, maybe adding some Fix Plus if I need to. If you want a more intense color payoff, then either use your finger or wet your brush, either with water or Fix Plus, or that's what I would do. See how pretty that looks? This is the look that I would do for an everyday. So see the difference between on my eye when I put all that on. So I'm going to do both eyes. So Joe and I have had an awesome life together. We have had just the same amount of trials and tribulations that everyone goes through, but he's a great guy, and he is trying to be supportive and gave me unbelievable feedback on my first video. So I am going to do the best I can to keep uploading videos, editing videos, getting them up for you, so my channel can keep building and I can keep getting better and better, right? So what I need from you is comments below. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me if there's something that you want me to go more in depth to, because I just keep going through this because I'm used to doing it. So it's not something that's hard for me because I just do it every single day. So if there's something you want to know more about, or anything that you want to see, something that's interesting to you, I'm thinking about doing, I have such a big collection and I have a lot of makeup that sits around and doesn't get used. Because of that, I'm thinking of doing a Throwback Thursday. So I will pull out foundation, primers, eyeshadow palettes, which I have a ton of, face palettes, bronzer, anything that I have in my collection that I haven't used in a long time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a look with it, and I'm going to, after I've done the look, so I'll most probably try and record those in the morning quickly before I go to work, which we'll see how that works, or I'll have to record them on a Sunday. And what I'm going to do is then take that, wear that makeup for the afternoon, and then give you feedback on, okay, so I did this look and why didn't I like it? Or while I'm applying the makeup, I can let you know, oh, now I remember why I didn't like this stuff. There's so many different primers that I've used that have either balled up or they just didn't work well with the foundation. So what I'm going to do is try and see, okay, this is what I got a long time ago. This is what I have now. Is this eyeshadow better than the other? You know what I mean? Just so that you guys know my feelings on it. And that also is going to help me with decluttering my collection, because there are some palettes and some eyeshadow or some face palettes, eyeshadow palettes, foundations that I hold on to that could be used by friends, family, that I'm not ever going to use because I don't like it, that just sit in a drawer and collect dust. So that's my plan for Thursdays. So my goal is to try and upload on Tuesdays and Thursdays for right now, and we'll see how that goes. I do work a full-time job. I work for a dermatology practice, and I work a lot of hours. So we'll see how that goes. It's just going to depend on how busy I get. Like next weekend, I know I'm busy all weekend long, so I'm going to try and maybe come home, take off my makeup. It's just so hard because by the time I get home at night, it's so dark here that it's hard to set all this. Oops, I may have just hit a light. It's hard to set all this whole room up and have enough light. I'm using natural light coming in the room as well as all my lights that I have around me. So it's hard to do all that, you know, at 6 or 7 o'clock at night after I've worked a full day of work. I just want to chill. Anyway, So now I am mirroring what I did on the top of my lid to the bottom of my lid. I am using Boujee, the same light tan color right here under my lid. Then I'm going to go into this color, which is Cocoa Truffle. And then I'm going to go back over Rich Girl so that I can see it more. Because you want to really see it when you're putting it on yourself, because if you don't, when someone else is looking at you, they're not going to see it, right? I did get some fallout with that color, and I have only used this palette a couple of times, so I figured today would be a perfect day. And I wanted to do, I know I do some really bold looks, but that's because I'm used to doing this. So see, I'm putting this now on my finger. There we go. I can see it. And I'm going to pack it on. And it just kicks up the intensity. You can see the difference between the two, or I hope you can see the difference between the two. This was the one that I packed it on. This is the one I did not. And so now I'm going to do the other eye. It really kicks it up a notch. So I'm trying to think of like something that I can relate to, or something that I can call my group, you know, like whatever. People make up little team names. So I am an elephant junkie. Like that's something about me that my family all knows. I love elephants. So maybe I'll put an elephant as my little like group name, and we'll be the herd. Maybe. But I'm not being the matriarch. I get told that a lot too. Anyway, I'm going to put a little bit more of this color here. Maybe we'll be the herd. That would be good. I just came up with that right now. I'm so smart. Maybe not. I will pull all of you along with me, my little herd. That's so cute. I'll have to be the matriarch if I'm pulling everyone along. Okay, so now I'm going to use this color right here. Rollin' in dough. I wish I was rolling in dough. And I'm going to put this right up here on the brow bone, just to kind of lift everybody up. And what I'm going to do is show you this. Oh, you know what I didn't grab? That's terrible. I need my inner corner highlight. So this has got a brow bone highlight done on it, and this one doesn't. And so to me, it just helps lift the brow more. I'm going to go over here. And lift this brow. I don't know if you can hear, my husband is downstairs watching television. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I hope you can't, but it's just muffled sound if you can hear it at all. Okay, so I'm just going to blend that back out because I don't want to see it too much. I don't want to see a huge break from here to here to here. I want it to seem like it's blending seamlessly. And then I can take this brush from that brush. This brush, my flat brush for on my brow bone, was from Sigma. And this is from Makeup Geek. I'm just going to go in here and kind of clean this up. I don't want to see a huge line. I just want it to blend in. Beautiful. Good enough. Good. Good. So normally I would do an inner corner highlight. However, I have a table in front of my drawer that I can't get into it. So we will maybe use a highlighter, which you can use. I'm going to go into Marc Jacobs, and this is the Marc Jacobs Tan-Tastic bronzer. My favorite ever. Coming back out. I have a nice little dent, if you can see in there. Thank goodness it's coming back out because I love it. I'm going to use a Wayne Goss bronzer brush, and I don't remember what number this is. 00 bronzing brush. I'm going to bronze right in here. This is something that I need my other mirror for because I don't ever like to bronze here. Of course, my light just shut off. So I bronze under my cheek and up, and then I go onto my forehead, and I come down a little bit on my forehead here so that it shortens my forehead so it does not have this big square on my forehead. And I do the same thing on the other side because I want to shade what I want to fall away on my face, and I'm going to highlight what I want to come forward on my face. So I want sharp cheekbones, which I have good cheekbones to begin with, but I really want sharp cheekbones. I want to give myself a nice jawline. So the way to do that is to create a shadow. Shadow is contouring. I contour and bronze with the same color. I do have other colors that are more gray color. If I was getting ready to go out to something, I would do cream contouring with a more gray color, and then I would bronze up my face, give my face color with the bronzer over it. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't do that. I just cheat and I use this. And then I'm usually always looking in my big mirror to make sure everything's nice and blended out. Then I'll take a little bit of bronzer, this keeps shutting off, and I'm going to go right under my lip, right here. It helps turn out the lip a little bit. It gives a little shadow underneath there. And then I'm going to hold my brush like this. I'm going to go down the side of my nose, just to make my nose look skinnier. And then right on the tip of my nose. And that's probably about 10 times longer than I ever take to bronze. And it's so hard with you guys stealing my mirror. Okay. Okay, done with that. That way. Sorry for the loud noise. There's a cup here that I just put that in. Now I'm going to put on a little blush. Blush is next, yes. Oh, blush brush. I'll reach back here a little bit. I'm making a ton of noise, sorry. I was gonna almost drop something. Okay, I was gonna grab something else, but I didn't. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's see. Do we want to do Natasha Denona and do this color that I love? I think that we should go and do the Anastasia blush kit in Radiant. There we go. And I'm thinking the colors that I have on my face. Let's use this color. And I have no idea what the name of it is. That is, I have no idea what. Terrace, I think. Yeah, let's try that color. Let's see what we think. Again, this is not something that I would use, that I would put on looking in this here, because everything in here looks so much more intensified. It looks so much darker, and then what'll end up happening is I'll look back here and it looks like I have no blush on at all. So this is a Real Techniques brush. I love these for blush, and I have washed this a million times and it's stained. Oh, did you see what I just did? Plopped it right here, and there was a ton of color. So I'm gonna do Holy Moly. When I look in this, it looks like Holy Moly blush, but it's fine. Now we're gonna do some highlighter. Get this out of the way. I am going to use, now I have two ideas. I'm either going to use the Anastasia Gold Kit, which I think I'm going to use Starburst in this, I think, or we can use, I brought out the Dior highlighter in 02, but this is too pink. Let's see. Yeah, I think this guy's going to be too pink. I love this highlighter. Too pink. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Starburst, this color right here. And if we're feeling like we don't get enough color, we'll go into Marshmallow. So then I'll take a Sigma highlighting brush. very densely packed, and I love this brush. Let's get some highlight on. Another loud noise. And we're going to go right in here. What do you think of that? I love it. So this was pretty much a get ready with me and learn a little bit about me. And, you know, as I continue doing my tutorials, you'll learn more. I really want to be seen. So, again, I start talking, I forget I'm supposed to be showing you something. So I take my highlighter and I'm going to go right along the cheek line. I'm going to go right down the nose, and I don't like the end of my nose to look like Rudolph, but I like some color. I'll do the same thing on the other side, so you can definitely see my highlighter. And then I take a little bit on my brush and I go right here on my Cupid's bow. I want to see, I want to bring out my Cupid's bow, which is right here. A little bit more on my nose. And then lightly, whatever I have left over after I've done my nose and my lip, I'll just do a little bit here, because I'm going to bring forward my, and then a little bit up here. Not anything crazy. I just want to give it a little bit of something so that it doesn't look like my cheeks are glowing, my nose is glowing, and then I have no other glowingness, which is not a word. Okay, moving on. I am going to buff out my face. So everything right now to me seems like blush, bronzer, highlight. Nothing seems to be all unified. So what I would do now is take a big fluffy brush. Mine's the It Cosmetics 225, I think. I don't remember, but it's the big fluffy It Cosmetics brush. Yeah, 225. And I will buff this all over my face. And it's going to kind of bring everything together. It's going to help lock in my makeup for the day. It's going to just pull it all together. Now this tutorial is going to seem really long. This doesn't take me that long, but I'm talking, so that's why it's going to seem long. So now all we have left to do is make sure that I don't look crazy. We're going to put on some mascara, which I'm going to speed through because I'll speed you guys through, but just because it's silly to watch. Mascara is mascara, mascara. I do curl my lashes every time that I put mascara on. So I'm going to curl my lashes and then I'm going to put my mascara on. I just have a lash curler from Sephora. And then I really like the Lash Craft Big Volume Mascara from Sephora. I really love this. And then I top it off with a little bit of Hypnose Drama from Lancome. I don't know why. I like to tip off the ends. This seems like I've had it for a little bit now. It's starting to dry out, and I think that's why I'm not getting the length that I want, and that's why I add in the Hypnose Drama just on the edges, just because I'm extra. Okay, so I'm going to curl my lashes. I do this every single day. It helps if there's not a hair on there. Go to the base of your lash, and then push up, and then move out and push up. And then go to the very edge and push again. And that helps curl your lash for putting on your mascara. Do the same thing here. Push up. Push up. And then push up. Perfect. Done. And then I'm going to take my mascara. And on it goes. Start from the base and move up. And it's going to be several coats of mascara. Okay, so eyelashes are done, and it wouldn't be me without getting some type of mascara on my face. So what I would do is just take a Q-tip, allow it to dry for a few seconds, because then you can really easily get it right off, and then just take a Q-tip and roll it right over the area where you got a little bit of mascara. It comes right off. It usually comes off very easily. I'll go do that on both sides just to clean up a little bit of fallout from that eyeshadow, which kind of surprised me because I think I've used that color before and I didn't remember having that much fallout. But so then I cleaned that up. But what I noticed is once I got my bottom lashes done, that there was not a lot of color. I'm not seeing a lot of color underneath there. So what I'm going to do, and sometimes that happens, sometimes I just haven't put enough color on. To be honest with you, I don't think that I went into the cocoa, the darker brown, to put on my lower lash line. This one, I think I just did that one. So let's go into Cocoa Truffle and let's add a little more color underneath my lashes right there. Yep, that's much better. I don't like to do this often when I am after I've done my mascara, because then I'm moving my lashes and you don't want to touch your lashes once you have them done. But do you see the depth that that brought to the outer point of my eye compared to that eye? That eye? That eye. I like that eye better. I'm going to do the same thing here. Good, good. Marc Jacobs. Darker, more brown. I'm going to go with this one. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Line my lips. Lips lined. And I'm going to go in with, let's see, Blankety. Yeah, Blankety. I love it. Like it. A little bit of... Again, I'm trying to look at the mirror behind me. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so I just have to do my hair, put on some jewelry, and I'm done. I am going to set my face, which I've been doing a lot more since I've been videotaping, but I'm going to use the Glowsetter from Glam Glow. Spray it all over. It locks everything in. I love it. So I think that's it. We made it through our first tutorial together. If there's something that you'd like to see, my makeup room, it's not all that decorated yet, as I said before, but I am getting there. If you want to see my makeup collection, whatever, any ideas that you have, I'm happy to go along with. And let me know if you think you like the herd. I love elephants. I love what they stand for. I love just everything about an elephant. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you to everyone that's watched my videos. Thanks for all the likes, and please subscribe so that I can keep doing this, and have a great week, and hopefully I see you again on Tuesday.